Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and hello there. Just if you're confused, this is a little extra live chat to make up for the fact I forgot. Well, no, I didn't forget. I missed a whole load of comments last week, just as well, really, because we ran out of time anyway. But April pointed it out to me, and because she's got such eagle eyes, I promised I would record the corrections this week. But of course, we ran out of time again this week. It's catch 22, isn't it? But anyhow, this is a little extra recording just for that particular part of the conversation, okay? It might be that there's a little bit of duplication, but that doesn't matter, does it? And it's a lovely topic. It's about how to sneeze in different languages. So Zeb started it. Thank you, Zeb. And I really enjoyed reading it. I just don't know why I didn't get the whole thing. So, the whole thing started with Zeb writing, how do you sneeze in your language? The English go achoo, but I'm French and I go achoom. You'll have to correct my pronunciation here, Zeb. And I wrote, I'm doing my best to get the Kitely crew to respond here, Aladdin and co. The reason being we actually discussed this in Kitely, so... Zeb wrote, I wonder if Lynn goes achoo or caught up with the German way of sneezing, hachi. I actually still go achoo, okay? And now, this is where it gets a bit complicated because some of it's from last week, some of it's from this week. And Zeb wrote directly to Ha and said, Hi Ha, you go hachi when you sneeze in Vietnamese, don't you? And then she wrote, Honey, your turn to tell us the sneezing sound in your country. And Honey said, Achoo. No idea if I'm saying this correctly. I just want to go achoo all the time. For which country, said Zeb. I'll guess India, Honey, because it's the same achoo as for Priyanka. And Honey said, Yeah, I am from India. Okay, Honey, yes. Ya is, unless you want to be a pretentious Sloane from the sort of Sloane area of London, Sloane Square, they go, Ya. Okay, ya. Or German, which is J-A, ya, which, yes, is much better. So, yes, comma, I, capital I, am from India, capital I, full stop. Zeb said, do you play cricket? Cricket is a big thing in India, isn't it? Just a bit, Zeb. Honey said, I won't play, but I will watch on TV. I won't play means people have asked you. No, I won't. Shan't do it. Don't want to. So I don't play would be more natural, Honey, but I do watch it on TV. Okay, so comma. I don't play comma, but I do, I, capital I, watch it on TV, capital T, capital V, full stop. And I asked, if you had the chance to play, would you? That's why I said, I won't play. It means I refuse to. Yeah, so I was a bit confused. But you wrote, yeah, surely I will play. So yes, of course I would play. Okay, because I said, if you had the chance, would you? Yes, I would if I was asked, but nobody's asking me. So you'd say, yes, sure, I would play, full stop, and capital I. Which cricket team do you think is currently the best one? India, England, Australia, South Africa, the West Indies, or New Zealand? Wow, that's a dangerous question. Of course, India, said Honey, because I love my country, capital I. Now, that's where you'd be different from my mum. My mum loved cricket above country. She loved whoever was playing best because she thought the game was beautiful. Although she supported England if they were playing well, she did not support them if they were playing badly. She said, no, India deserved to beat them, or Australia deserved to beat them. They were rubbish. So I guess that's a difficult one in sport, isn't it? Do you support the sport, or do you support your country regardless of how rubbish they are? They're not doing very well, England, at the moment, by the way. Anyhow, Zev said, that is an excellent reason to support the Indian team. India is currently playing New Zealand, and they seem to need all your support. Seb. New Zealand leads by 325 runs when I am writing this. Okay. New Zealand is leading by 325 runs while I am writing this. Okay. Honey said, yeah. I can't help it. I've just got you down as a Sloane. Designer jeans, designer shoes, designer handbag. So, Honey, yes. Actually, I don't know much about cricket, but I support the Indian team. Ah, okay. You wrote, yeah, actually, I don't know much about cricket, but I support India team. Okay, so yes, comma. Actually, I, capital I, don't know much about cricket, comma, but I support, capital I, the Indian team, full stop. Zeb, do you play cricket? Asked Honey. I don't, said Zeb, and I hardly know the rules, but last December I had a taste of it. Okay, last December I got a taste of it, um, or I tried it. Yeah, you can have a taste of sport. I had a taster, maybe, would be better. There were a big buzz around me about the Ashes, Australia versus England. Ah, there was a big buzz around me about the Ashes, Australia versus England. Um, April jumped into the sneezing conversation, and I told you this one jumps around a bit, and wrote, Zeb, this is an extract from my essay in French about 15 years ago. Okay, Zeb, here's an extract from my essay, from my French essay, comma, I wrote it about 15 years ago. Otherwise, your essay is about 15 years ago, okay? So you need to make that clear. So, oh gosh, here we go. A conversation between the earth and the sun. And I apologise for my French accent. It's been a long time since I spoke French in any way. So, Terre. Et les enfants alors? Ils veulent devenir tes amis, je suis sûr. Ils aiment le soleil. Soleil, je les aime aussi, mais ils sont si loin. Je peux chatouiller leurs yeux et leur nez, c'est sûr. Et alors ils descendent. Hachoum! Et il rien. Do you want me to translate it in English, Lynn? Cheeky Zeb. Cheeky April. Okay, do you want me to translate it to English? Okay, do you want me to translate it into English? Okay, and then April wrote, here you are, Earth. And the children then, they want to be your friends, I'm sure. They love the sun. The sun. I love them too, but they are so far away. I can tickle their eyes and their nose, that's for sure. Oh, you've written that's for sure. That sounds very Afrikaans. That's for sure. That's for sure. T-H-A-T. I think that's just a typo, as we like to say now. And then they say, achoo, and they laugh. Zeb replied to April, 15 years ago, your written French was excellent. You'll have to read it out loud to me. Oh, yeah, come into Kitely on Thursday if you're both there. I'd love to hear it compared with my terrible pronunciation. Rango came along and said, hi, April sis. Try translating the extract. Let's see if anybody could pitch in with some help if necessary. Great idea, Rango. Nobody's pitched in with any help, though, so and I can't translate French to English. I wouldn't even presume. Do you agree with April sis' translation, Rango? Said Zeb. So, do you agree with April sis? And then you need a little apostrophe because it's her translation. Zeb also said, yep, you have to translate it. I'm very surprised at hachoum starting with an H as it has no sound in French. Zeb then wrote to Priyanka and said, could you tell me how you sneeze in your language? And Priyanka said, are you there, Zeb? And she wrote, or he wrote, I'm not sure, Priyanka, I am Indian, I go ah-chi, ah-chi. And then you need a full stop. I'm Indian, full stop, I go ah-chi, full stop. So I'm pretty certain I read all this last week where Priyanka says she's actually getting used to my voice and my pronunciation, which is great, Priyanka. So we've got the Archie from Priyanka, and then Rango, sticking with the sneezing theme, Rango came in and said, hi all, I'm from Sweden. The Swedes do the sound achoo. Okay, but he's got his is different to our double O. He's got W at the end. So is that achoo, aku? I'm not sure, Rango. So hi all, I'm from Sweden was perfect. And then the Swedes, we'd make it capital S for Swedes. Yeah, the Swedes make the sound achoo. Okay, you make a sound. You don't do a sound, you make one. And then full stop. Hi Rango, said Zeb. Do you say anything back to someone who goes achoo? That's a good one. By the way, in English we say bless you or Gesundheit. And yes, we really do use the German Gesundheit in England. So it's an odd one, but it's true. as another borrowed word, but this time from German, not from French, Seb, so you can't complain. Um, I also, yeah, and then I wrote April Sis mentioned, I missed some of this conversation, so I'm going to give it its own recording. Wish me luck. And Zeb wrote, fingers crossed. Hey, did you know in Germany they press the thumb? They don't cross their fingers in Germany, Zeb. They press their thumb. Maybe we could have a conversation on what you do for luck. Do you cross your fingers? Do you cross your fingers behind your back? Do you press your thumb? Die Daumen drücken? That would make a nice conversation along with the achoo sounds. Great. Oh, and everybody who's listened to the achoo sounds, if you look at the forum, Science posted up a lovely little infographic, a little thing about how it's pronounced around the world, and it's quite funny. Although I think it annoyed Zeb because he didn't actually contribute here. It's the network, Zeb. I know it spreads things out a bit sometimes, but it's all good as long as people are actually doing something. Anyway, that's our little snippet. April, I hope that's the bit you meant I'd missed, and I hope you didn't mind me, Zeb, mangling your beautiful French language. Think of it as my revenge. And by all means, correct my pronunciation if you wish to, because I do need to speak French from time to time when I'm travelling through on my way to England or other places, and or if we're staying in the Alsace. Thing is, when I go to the Alsace, I can get away with using German most of the time, which isn't good for my French. But I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for listening. So see you in see you around the network, and speak to you again next week in live chat if you're listening. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, I'm starting to sound like a radio DJ. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thank goodness I don't do this every day. Bye.